that there's... So just before we begin, there's an Incompetech piece of music called Meatball Parade, and it just made me think of, like... It made me think of My Chemical Romance, Welcome to the Black Parade, but instead it's Welcome to the Meatball Parade. Oh, boy.
It's like My Chemical Romance, but beefy.
My pasta romance. My tomato romance. My nightshade romance. Because tomatoes are a nightshade.
My Italian romance.
Okay, but anyways, so barring our technical fuckery and internet exploring, but not like the
our foray.
Yeah, our foray into our foray into the upper laminas of hell. We'd actually like to run through a kind of like an actual proper first episode of A Damn Fine Cup of Coffee. Welcome back from the prior fuckery, but this one we were going to discuss kind of like a bit of our life stories. The life and did you actually keep the title as The Life and Times of hold on. Shit.
I have it as The Life and Times of Us because it wouldn't let me do the title.
It still says The Weird Part of YouTube.
Really? I changed it. Oh. Huh. I'll edit that.
Yeah, you should do that.
Yeah, no, this
I feel like this I just realized that for the longest time I've had... Hold on. Enable preview, lock preview, preview scaling, scale to window, my god.
What does that mean?
I've had like your top quality trash photos sticking out the sides of this thing for the entirety of like the stream.
I thought that was intentional.
No, that was not intentional to the least bit. Oh, what a great way to start.
Do we want to use that as a jumping off point and explain why I'm in a dumpster?
Potentially. I guess, like, hold on. Let me just scale this so I can use as a background image. Stretch to screen. And backdrop. So, yeah, sure. Here's the photo that I'm talking about with its meme caption. But yeah, that's a picture of Scott in a dumpster in the winter outside our high school.
We should probably specify that I'm Scott.
Yeah, that's Scott. Scott's the other person here talking.
And that's Nick.
Hi, I'm Nick.
I think it's assumed that the majority of people who see this before anyone are either subscribed to us on the Turbo Nerds channel or know us personally, or both.
Yeah, and if you're new, I congratulate you for taking a chance.
Yeah, if you especially if you watch the first pilot.
Oh god.
Yeah, that was a beautiful moment. But yeah, I'm in a dumpster outside of our high school. We were filming a kind of like a montage of the town.
It's for our grade 11 was it grade 11 or was it grade 10 Comtech?
You know, either one. It wasn't grade 12, I know that much, but
we never did grade 12 Comtech.
Was it not available?
No, we just decided never to do it.
I could have sworn we took Comtech in grade 12.
Because what were the grade 12 Comtech projects?
I don't know, but that's like a...
Because one of them was a chase video montage, was one of the ones I remember that other people did, but we never did that because we never did grade 12 Comtech. Because remember...
Can we go back and take grade 12 Comtech?
I don't know, because like, yeah, I remember because my plan originally was that I would take film studies in grade 12, and then because
Which we did.
because I didn't have enough room for taking grade 12 Comtech, so I let it slip, and I was like, man, I'm going to do film studies because that's more important to me than Comtech. And then we were like, we'll come back to Comtech with a brand new perspective. And then we didn't.
And I had room, too, because I don't know how common this is for anyone else, but we were able to take an extra year after high school, after we graduated. We called it our victory lap. I had 2 courses I could have taken. Like, I had 2 slots available.
Yeah, I had one spare because I decided to take a bunch of computer programming and computer. Yeah, it was 2 computer programming courses. Which turned out to save my butt in first year university, but
I can imagine.
Yeah, let me tell you that our computation course was much easier than it would have been for someone who was doing computation for the first time ever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, we did a lot of filming in high school. From I'd say 2009 up until 2013, we probably did. Oh my god, dozens of small things.
Yeah, that about describes it. And then in 2013 we did one. Well, it was not even that big. It was just a longer, better produced version of all the stuff we ever did before. And that was The Mountain.
Yeah, but that was filmed, produced, and edited in 2012. It was just posted in 2013.
Yeah, because I finally finished editing it in 2013.
It was filmed in July.
Yeah, filmed in July 2012. It took, like
it took a while.
Half a year.
You know what's kind of like a big piss off now is now I feel like I could edit something like that.
Oh yeah, same. And I actually have like the tools. I have the tools. I have a computer that is so beefy it can handle HD footage like it ain't nothing.
But like, just the messed up thing is that now that we have the money, the motivation, and the time to do stuff, we're 1,000 kilometers apart.
Is it actually 1,000 kilometers?
Less than. When you lived where you were before, it was 1,300. Now it's like 900 because you're closer.
Shit.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I just rounded up to 1,000.
Hold on, Scott. I'm just gonna
driving.
Okay, so I'm gonna take a Corey's place. Hold on. Just gonna zoom in. Okay, so we're here. Line. I want a line. Jeez, would this map load?
Apparently not.
So there's that. I have your place on my Google Earth saved. Do you have Google Earth open already? Is that how you memorize that number so well?
No, I just remember.
Oh yeah, 979.37 kilometers.
Actually,
that's the crow flies.
Yeah, you'd have to go through Maine, but yeah, that would be the shortest way to go. No, and I think that's why we kind of started doing stuff online, streaming wise with games, because we can do that so far apart.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to go through Maine, Stephen King's territory.
You know, with the amount of walking we've done trying to play through Alan Wake, we probably walked the breadth of Maine. just like in video game terms.
Oh man,
I think that was enough walking.
I haven't even like posted the backlogged video because I'm still trying to like edit my way through all my other stuff because I want to finish it and upload it so I can then start doing the rest of the streams live.
Yeah, that's kind of what I did with or what I'm gonna do with Crystal and Zelda. Is I'm just gonna do them as live streams instead of editing individually.
I just haven't been. Oh, I just haven't been able to sit myself down and actually do the editing for it.
No, I feel that. I have not, like, with school and everything, I have just not had the time to even film stuff. I mean, hell, how long have we been trying to do this? Like, tonight?
Yeah.
Like, it really sucks because, well, you work during the day, and I typically work weekends. So, like during weekdays you work, and then I almost always work weekends because those are the only days I can work. And so it's just the timing never lines up. The only reason I'm on tonight is because we have a long weekend, because we don't technically get like a reading week.
Oh.
Yeah, but we get this day off and we get Monday off. And because I wasn't going to tell work that I'm free to work today, so they just didn't schedule me. But, I don't know, I guess we've kind of been forced to experiment with, like, Let's Plays and podcasts and live streams, because that's really all that's available to us. Because this is not our filming experience. We've written stuff. We've, like filmed and made props.
Yeah, oh man, prop making is so fun. Yeah, I need, like, actors.
Well, and that's the thing, and I need prop people. Like, and I found this was really good, like, when we did live in the same place and, like, we went to the same school, is you and I kind of had both sides of the coin. And we could do stuff, just us, and then recruiting others to help, or
and then there was Taylor.
And then there was Taylor, who's probably more qualified than both of us combined to do this stuff. Like, he's honestly, his education...
well, at least for the editing and the audio and the other parts of the video production, I think I still probably am for the props making, just because background in mechanical engineering, but...
But we did do a lot of comedy stuff that was not prop heavy, but I think that's just because there's only so much time and space in your parents' basement, you know? Like, we can only make so much stuff. No, I think it's just kind of a hobby we never really got to monetize.
Yeah.
Like, if we had gone out of high school making some money off of Pickle 13, I feel like we'd have pursued that.
Should have set up a Patreon.
I don't even think Patreon existed then.
True.
Oh my god. No, it's I mean, I would not be opposed to that, but there's no way anybody would give us money.
Yeah. I mean, you could probably. I mean, I feel like if we put one up, we would probably... I don't know if it would be good or bad, because if people actually started donating to it, it would basically force us to make things, but at the same time, what if we just didn't make things? Like...
Well, that's the
thing. What
if
we procrastinated so hard that we just, like, regardless of the monetary incentive, we still, somehow, we're just lazy.
Well, that's probably, like, the risk you take when you donate to Patreon. It's like you're investing and you're trying to get enjoyment out of it, but you got to take a risk. And like I would be super upfront on a Patreon page to be like, listen, you can give me money and I'm gonna try to make some stuff, but I might not.
You are the worst venture capitalist.
You know what? Honestly, I think that could even be a whole shtick. Just the lazy venture capitalist. I don't know. It is definitely something we had a lot of fun doing, and I mean, I can't speak for.
Yeah, I mean,
very hard.
The thing I find so strange is there's like Yeah, great.
There's like, yeah.
I'm looking on. I'm honestly looking on Patreon right now, just kind of for the shits of it.
Fair enough.
I'm trying to see. I'm checking like YouTube channels that I do follow, but that aren't exactly like the most popular, and seeing what if people actually have Patreons. And like one of them I found. I'm into like hydroponics, right? Some fellow named Jeb Gardner. He just does an entire channel on hydroponics. He's got 93 patrons, pulling in $231 per month.
And see, that'd be a help right there, you know.
But the thing is, I'm also seeing things like something interesting in some of this is some dude named Jeb who creates historical war music. 13
music?
War music, yeah. 13 patrons, okay. But the thing is, like, I guess maybe there must be some like setup to how you can do it, because he says it's set at like he's $76 per song is currently what he makes. And that's per song. I assume that means it's like you might be able to set it to things like a pay by your production. So if you don't do anything, no one pays you because you're not doing anything.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Is there any minimum requirements for a Patreon? Because we could experiment with that with Turbo Nerds, because we have
I feel like
a minimal subscriber base.
I feel like Patreon to some I get the feeling they probably take I don't know if they take a share of.
They do.
Yeah. Well, I guess I was thinking of the way they have it set up. I don't know if it's like, do you have to like consistently pay them to keep your Patreon open? So it's just a case of if you don't make enough, you're losing money to Patreon, or is it more like if someone donates to you, a portion of that goes to Patreon?
Well, I mean, we could look into it, but I think knowing us, we'd find ways to do it for cheap and out like with our spare time.
Yeah, perhaps.
Because like I don't know what I want to do career-wise in any capacity, but I know if I was like paying bills and buying groceries and I was fine, I would want to use my spare time to like make videos. Or content of any kind. I
mean, yeah, if you're doing something that people might enjoy watching, and at the same time people will be willing to pay you to do, which is a strange thought, but...
It is, and I think never really... that's why it never really kicked off, because when we were... in high school, before we had even gone off, was it?
Scott, hold up. You're
is that my hamburger?
Is it your hamburger? No, is your hamburger interfering with your Wi-Fi?
Oh, maybe.
The hamburger fumes are displacing the Wi-Fi particles, giving me a bad connection. So you don't understand how Wi-Fi works.
Although my microwave does that all the time.
So, sign up. Full name? The Turbo Nerds.
But no, like it really wasn't a visible thing, and people on YouTube who were extremely popular were actually doing anything with it. And then by the time we were told to go off and get real jobs, then YouTube started to kind of become an act.
Scott, what the hell is an at?
Is that actually what's going through?
Yeah.
Oh no.
We were told to go, when we were told to go off and get real jobs, YouTube became an at, and you just stopped right there.
Yeah, it became an
Yeah.
An actual legitimate job, I believe is what I was trying to say. Now that hamburgers, I'm gonna go back into the living room where the Wi-Fi is more plentiful.
Where the Wi-Fi particles are more plentiful. Sorry, I just remember seeing a picture ages ago. It's like, if I have a desk fan on my desk, will it blow away the Wi-Fi particles? And someone's just like, you don't understand how Wi-Fi works.
Can we call photons Wi-Fi particles?
I mean, maybe.
I mean, I guess.
So what the hell does the photoelectric effect become? The Wi-Fi electric effect.
Well, no, because it's only Wi-Fi particles are only in the radio frequency.
Yeah. I whatever.
I had a feeling we wouldn't be groundbreaking physics today.
Yeah, no.
It turns out that's the revolution. That's the revelation that they needed. But Wi-Fi is particles.
Or waves. Or is it waves? Which one is it?
The Wi-Fi waves.
What?
No, needless to say.
Not. Sorry. So back to what we were actually gonna go for. It was like we got hella sidetracked.
Yeah, no, that's true. No, we did a lot of video stuff, but we did a lot of other stuff in our youth, which we're still kind of in. We were those weird kids that didn't like drink, but we did stuff that people do when they drink. You know? The stuff we kind of messed around with. It would be the kind of thing you would do if you were drunk. And we didn't need the influence of anything.
Yeah, it was, I don't know, I guess we just kind of had a weird sense of humor.
Well, yeah, that much is very evident. But we also had a weird sense of too.
Of what?
Of fun, you know, fun.
Oh, weird sense of fun, yeah.
Hashtag inside jokes. Yeah, like, we're both big science geeks. That's not really changed. So, like, we would mess around with chemicals or fire, and we were genuinely interested in, like, the science behind it, not just the explosions, which there sometimes were. Exactly. Is that all we did in high school?
Sorry, getting sidetracked. But what is it?
I was just saying how we did a lot of sciencey stuff.
Well, I mean, if you mean by sciencey, you mean like lit fires in my basement and then electrocuted a series of, was it marshmallows?
It was marshmallows dissolved in water with a bunch of other chemicals, and it turned green.
And I think the green might have actually been from copper, as a copper oxide.
Oh, it absolutely was. But at the time, I don't think we put two and two together.
Copper, yeah, copper oxide electrolysis. I feel like that might have been what actually was going on. I want to see what it looks like.
I think we wanted to believe that it had spawned life.
Yeah, oh, of course we did.
And I mean, I still believe it, even though I know it's not true.
Yeah. How to make copper oxide, cupric oxide using electrolysis. Sounds about right. We did alternating current, which now that I think about it, is probably the worst for electrolysis.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, the whole thing depends on one side being a positive anode and the other side being a negative cathode. Alternating current's just going to make those switch 60 times a second.
Well, and I did that experiment with a battery, and I made sure that the capture device was over where the hydrogen would come out. I did it for hours, and I covered it with plastic grapple. It was upside down. flipped it around so that hydrogen wouldn't escape, lit the plastic, and all I got was like.
You see, I was kind of hoping for. I don't know why now that I think about it, but I was kind of hoping that it produced enough hydrogen to displace the air inside the bag and make the bag float. It would float up into the air. It's basically a balloon.
Just invent a hydrogen balloon.
Invent a hydrogen balloon. Scott, the hydrogen balloon's been around for like probably as long as there's been balloons.
Not if we pretend it isn't.
But
But
yeah. Actually, I feel like I could probably do the calculation on how much hydrogen you would need to counteract the weight of the bag, and based on the buoyancy of air, I mean the density of air and the density of pure hydrogen. It's buoyancy calculation.
Yeah, we could definitely do that. But it's also because we were like the kids that did math for fun.
I mean, yeah, actually. Yeah, I was about to say, it was like, did we? And I'm like, yeah, we did. We actually did.
And now we're the 20-somethings who do math for fun.
I mean, I do math for, like, life, but...
But you also do it for fun.
Kinda, yeah. Hey, for the record, MATLAB. Also, by the way, Scott, I found out there's a free, kind of like equivalent to MATLAB, if you ever are interested, called GNU Octave.
I thought you were going to tell me to call. If you're ever interested, call GNU.ca.
Nah, if you just Google GNU Octave, it's basically just... It's just a math program. It can handle a lot of things like polynomials, integrals, partial, and like ordinary differential equations. You can like numerically solve those, which is hilarious because I remember when I learned about numericals. Like we have an entire class in my third year called numerical methods, and like. It's so funny to me because it's basically just like the science of brute forcing your math questions.
Yeah, which I mean for smaller scale things doesn't necessarily have to be.
Oh, even actually for large scale things, it's kind of the big deal because often if you have like equations that are like 50 something, terms long, etc., all this other junk, I don't know, maybe you have like 100 unknowns and 100 equations, and you don't got the time or the resources to analytically solve that. You're just going to plug it into a numerical solver.
Yeah, no, like brute forcing is good. It's just there's some problems that you wouldn't ever want to brute force. Like anything that's like not practically sized.
Yeah, that's the thing about numerical solutions. You need to be very, very careful about your errors. That's kind of the whole reason they made us take that course is like, if you're using a numerical solver, be aware of these different types of errors. Now, here's all the methods and the types of errors that can be associated with them.
And they all lived happily ever after.
Yeah, it was a fun time. But anyways, so high school, actually just like life.
Well, now that I'm thinking about it, if we've been friends for 9 years and we've been out of high school for almost 4.5, does that mean half the time we've known each other has been in high school?
Soon it's going to be greater than half.
That's weird.
I know.
Actually, no, it would have been like... no, it wouldn't have been... I gotta figure this out. Days between dates.
Days between dates, what?
I'm gonna figure out when the halfway point is. Alright, so, and I'm not gonna be super accurate. If I can get it down to the month, I'll be happy.
Sorry, I'm spilling vinegar everywhere.
So we'll say September 1st, 2009 to November 1st of this year. That is 3,348 days.
Oh, that's spring steel. Shit. Wait,
That is spring steel.
So wait, what was that? How long is? Oh, you're calculating a.
I'm calculating the halfway point of us knowing each other time-wise. So we've known each other a total of 3,300 days. Oh my god, it actually is. So approximately the halfway point between now and our first day of high school would have been April 2014.
What happened in April?
Well, the month later we left school.
Oh, true.
So approximately within a month, high school was half the time we knew each other.
Oh shit.
That is weird.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm just thinking. Sorry.
No, like it's a big thing to wrap your head around.
And then the next thought is like, how long before like it becomes a quarter and then an eighth?
Well, it would become a quarter in another 3,378 days.
I mean, yeah, but
oh my god, that's another 9 years. That'd be 2027.
2027. All right. See you then.
Good game. Good game.
Good game. Good game. All right. See you later. Bye. No.
This is for science. No, we spend 1/8 in high school. We spend another 1/8 not in high school. We spend a quarter just ignoring each other. We spend another quarter living together, and then we spend half, which will be like 18 years. Half? No. Like 32 years. 34 years, even. Yeah, we'll be old by then.
Oh!
That seems a good a place as any to drop it off. It's been a half an hour.
Ooh. When you say drop it off, what do you mean?
I mean, I gotta go to bed soon.
Oh, okay.
I've got a job in like the morning.
Oh yeah, you're an hour ahead of me.
Oh right. Oh, that kind of slips my mind a lot. It'll be like 4:30 here, and I'm like, oh, you should be off work. What's going on? And then it's only 3:30 your time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun today though. I got to see you stream at work. That was fun.
You got to what?
I saw you stream at work.
When did you see me stream at work?
No, I meant I saw you stream whilst I was at work, Scott. No. Yeah, I'm watching you. I'm standing in your window, like of the theater, staring through the window, watching you. You're not even streaming at work, but I'm like imagining you are.
No, I'm just going to I'm just gonna start streaming for work. I'll just have it in my pocket.
Yeah, you start. It's you remember like all those streams we were watching earlier. One of them will just be like streaming at work, haha, emojis like for days, like and subscribe something. Yeah.
That'll be the next video.
Oh boy.
All right, well, I'm gonna leave the stream and turn my stuff off because I gotta sleep.
All right, you have a good one.
You too. We'll pick this up at some point, but I propose that we never decide on a schedule for this.
Yeah, because I don't think it will happen.
Well, it's so hard for it's so hard for us to get together and do this. When we do, we can go hours, but like it's just so coordinating things is not good when we don't go to school at the same place and don't exist in the same time zone. That's just a big hindrance.
Yeah, I feel like existing in the same time zone is useful.
Yeah, existing in the same place of work/education is a key factor in knowing when the other person is available to do stuff.
Yeah. Anyways, you should
go
to bed. Go to bed. Go to bed. Go to bed.
I hope the people who are watching this in the future, because I know there's nobody watching it right now,
absolutely
find this
zero.
A little bit entertaining.
Yeah. All right.
See ya.
Farewell. And join us on a next damn fine coffee cup.
Where we might actually drink coffee, because I drank mine long before the show started.
Alright.
Woo!
Next time.